So today on my CHiPs motorcycle build, I'll be working on the rear brake calipers. I'll be putting them back together, putting new pistons in and getting them ready to put back on the bike. Now, I previously have taken them apart, which was a challenge, and I didn't make a video. Dull. But I do have photographs of my progress, which I'll post at the end of this video. So let's get down to it. So here are the calipers apart. They've been repainted with caliper paint, and I'm going to take off the masking tape. Yeah, so there are all the areas that I didn't need in paint because these faces touch each other. There. So no need to paint them. Right, we'll put the pistons in. So I got the caliper rebuild kit from Brake Masters UK. A nice little sticker as well. So these are the pistons, which look good. They'll be popping in each one of these. Good, they do seem to fit. Excellent. Yep, good. And what else do we have in here? In the kit you have the grease for the rubbers and also around the edge of the pistons. You also have the rubber O-rings that go inside here. These go inside the trench inside here. So we'll push those in without grease. And that one's gone in. That's in nicely, good. So that one's now inside as well, round in the trench, good. Okay, we're going to take some of this grease and we're going to add it around this gasket. Okay, we'll do that and then slide it over the piston. Okay, so I've got grease around the edge and grease around the rubber. So let's just put it, see if we can put it in. And push down. Okay, so push the piston in a bit. Now I'm trying to get this rubber seal just around on the outside edge. Very fiddly. Okay, that's super fiddly, but that's what you're looking for. So it goes right around the edge here. So when the piston comes up, this gaiter has now gone inside this groove, so it'll stretch up with the piston when it comes out, keeping the dust away. So that one is done. Excellent. Okay, same with this one. Bit of grease around the edge of the piston or the side face. That's it. Pop that down. Some more grease around on the inside of the rubber dust gasket or dust cover, and we'll pop that on here. so it sits in place. All the way around. Just pull it down further like this. It's very fiddly with gloves on, but I don't want grease all over my hands. So that's in situ, and I'm happy with that. There we go. Make sure you got enough grease on the edge around here, but I don't want it on the bottom, so I'll wipe the bottom. Oh, there we go. Okay, it's all in situ now, so now I'm just going to push it into the recess here and start to push it down. Start to push it in. Yep, it's going. That's it. Okay, so I've pushed the piston down. Now I need to get this rubber gaiter over this silver edge here. Over the silver edge here. So we'll try that. Quite fiddly again. Wow, that one was a lot more fiddly. That's what we're looking for. So I started it on this end, stretch it across, hold it down with a couple of fingers, and then you can pull and wipe your finger around to stretch the rest of this gasket over the lip. And now it's on. So you can see that when this piston moves, all this will concertina up with it, keeping it dust free. Excellent. Last few bits to go. So we're going to put the bleed nipple on. Comes with a little rubber cap, so you put that on. We may as well pop his little cap on there, just to make sure you've got it the right way around. And that lives in here, in the small one. In there. That's your brake bleeding nipple. There we go. So that will tighten up. So I can unpop it now. And then we tighten this up. And then pop that back on. So that bit's done. I would at this point wipe off any excess grease from inside, get rid of the grease, because it will only attract dust and debris. Just wipe everything. That piston's pushed right down now. That's all good. And this one, that's pushed pretty much all the way home. Okay, last couple of bits. Rubber O-ring in here from the kit. Put the face on. Allen bolts in. And we can tighten those up. But that is it. We can put the brake pads in once it's on the bike. Job done. Please subscribe.